Ready, set. Watching it go. I got him.
On first down, Rudolph finds his running back, James Conner. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rudolph looking to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. From the red zone now, Rudolph. Screen pass to Conner. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, let's go.
Back to the air, Rudolph. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Hey, here we go.
Go.
Mike 55.
Rock it. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Rudolph. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Don't go this way.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Quit talking.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go!
At their own 23-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, Delta.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get that one complete to Conner. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
70, Indy.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tavon Young. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Go! Get it!
Throwing on second down. Rudolph. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Hey.
Get him, you got it. 55.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
On first down, it's Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
64. Go. Hey, 2. 5.
Rudolph going to throw again. Able to find Switzer. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Conner on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line.
Break.
55, check, 55, I'm here.
Hey, team 6.
On second and 11 now. Rudolph, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Orbit. Big grip.
Now it's Rudolph. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check three.
Jackson now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 2, Jackson incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, team. Come on. It's going to be a long day. 198.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
He's going to look. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We own them. We own them.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever term.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jalen Ferguson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready?
Rudolph from his goal line here. But it's brought in by Washington. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gators.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Hey, wahoo.
50.
Rudolph on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey.
Reset.
Hey, let's go.
Rudolph throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about
that is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Here's Rudolph. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
in a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's see what you got.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 10.
I got you. I got you.
3rd and 2.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd and 2. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now, Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw, Rudolph. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Ready?
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. On 1st down, Rudolph. And he fires one incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rudolph now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jalen Ferguson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rudolph. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go.
Switch.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull together. Shift. 81. 36.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went.